Quick overview and review of the Garmin Explore app. Just to kind of get things started here, Garmin Explore app, if you don't know what it is it's an app that goes hand in hand with Garmin's GPS units. So like myself, I have a GPS Mapper 66SR. That's the only unit I have right now for GPS, and that's what I use for tracking all my routes, and whether it be hike or side-by-side ride or four-wheeler ride or off-road ride, whatever I'm doing, on the boat, everything. So right away, you can see all of my waypoints that I have set and a bunch of different rides that I've went on. You can see like this blue line here. This is a ride that I went on. The gray line. These are all different tracks that I've created. Mainly, most of these are from side-by-side rides. So you can see I kind of put some miles on through different county roads and trails in combination. And I'm not going to lie, this app is probably one of the better apps that I've found if you have a GPS, Garmin GPS unit. This blows your Onyx off-road out of the water for tracking rides and being able to go back and look at tracks and routes, and it's kind of to be expected just because it's a Garmin, it's a Garmin app. Garmin's been in the GPS game for how many years now? I mean, they're kind of the standard to go by. So some of the things that you can do with it is, you see it's prompting me to download a map right now of Ontario, and that's the bird's eye view, so that's your satellite imagery. So on here you have your map with all of your tracks and your routes and your waypoints and all of those different things. Wherever you've rode before, I think I have one from a boat ride down in Florida. Yeah, so here's a boat ride down in Florida that we went on. Don't have the map downloaded, so maybe we'll download that quick. These maps are larger size. You can see this one's 63 megabytes, so if you don't have service, they're not going to download the greatest, and even when you do, they aren't necessarily the fastest. But mapping function works fantastic, and it does sync in with your handheld unit when you're riding. So like, for example, we were riding down in Arizona a few months ago. Did a lot of riding in Bulldog Canyon. I didn't record all of the routes, but quite a few of them I got here. You can see where we were staying at our Airbnb and different areas. This was a hike that we had went on. Then these are all ATV or side-by-side rides through Bulldog Canyon. Took all these trails through. Really fun ride, great time. If you're ever down in Arizona, check it out. But so there's your map, and like I was saying earlier, it does actually connect to your handheld unit while you're riding. So like when we were down in Arizona, I wasn't familiar with the area, so whenever we were at a crossroads or trying to figure out our way back, it was a lot easier to just grab my phone and see where we were on my phone as opposed to looking at the handheld unit. So the handheld unit's way more accurate than tracking with your phone, so that's typically why I try and use that. But when I'm actually trying to use it for navigation and see where we're at, I always grab my phone and log into the Explore app. When you're connected, you click on this tab down here and it'll bring you. With that. So it'll show you, and then the last sync that it has. So if you're out riding and you have a GPS unit, Garmin unit, and you're tracking, before you get done riding, or I shouldn't say before you get done riding, before you shut your unit off and you go in, always go over to this tab and make sure that the sync is complete and done. Because the really cool thing about this that I really like is it'll sync all of your activities over from your handheld unit, and then as soon as you have service or Wi-Fi connection, it'll automatically upload them to the Garmin server. So like what I do is I get all my routes in here, set all my waypoints, do all that, and instead of sitting there trying to organize it and put it into different collections and everything on my phone, I just make sure they're all synced, and then I log into the Garmin website and do everything on a computer. You can drag and drop and name things, title things, do whatever you want to do. So in this tab here, you can see it gives you all your activities, waypoints, routes, courses, tracks, everything, and then I have them split into a bunch of different collections. Side-by-side rides, give you all your rides. I haven't been through and named them and organized everything in a while, but so you can organize them, put them into your different collections, and then you can hide certain collections, if you just want to see ATV rides or side-by-side rides or snowmobile rides or hikes, you know, Arizona hikes or Florida hikes or Colorado hikes, whatever you want, and then it'll just show those things. Then it also does a really good job of showing you your waypoints on here. So, like for myself, I create maps with my drone, so I have to do mapping missions. Well, in order to do the mapping missions, I need to take off from certain areas. So I'll set my waypoint on here. You can see this is my Genoa Flight 7. So this is for my 7th section of drone flights. In order to make the map of the Genoa area, this is where I need to take off from with my drone. So I'll go in, I'll mark these waypoints, pull it up on my phone and I'm riding and see, oh, okay, I'm at my waypoint. I can take off now. Overall, this is actually a really great app. If you're a big outdoor enthusiast, whether it be off-roading or hiking or, you know, boating or whatever it may be, this is by far the best app that I've had for being able to track and record and organize all of your different activities. Because the great part is if you do this on the computer, you can download these tracks and save them locally on your hard drive, send them to other people. You can get them in your GPX files. You can pull them into QGIS or ArcGIS or whatever GIS platform you're using. Overall, if you're looking to map and track things, Garmin handheld with the Garmin Explore app is a great way to start. That auto sync feature is just fantastic. This is just kind of a basic overview of it, really. I mean, you have your map. You can put different layers on your map. You know, collections, maps, current activity. Gives you all these different settings on it. Scale bar, you know, different data fields you can turn on, whatever unit you want. So here on the left-hand side, you can see my scale. And if we click on this, you can create a waypoint, create a course, import a GPX file. Really great tool. Takes a little bit of time to learn. Not too much, but it's a great place to start. If you have a Garmin handheld, highly recommend using the Explore app. It works great.